Once upon a time, there was a strange musician who walked through a forest all alone, lost in thought. And when he had nothing left to think about, he said to himself, "I'm getting bored here in the forest. I'll call a good companion." So he took his fiddle from his back and played a tune so loud that it echoed through the trees. Before long, a wolf came trotting through the thicket. "Oh, a wolf is coming. I don't want anything to do with him," said the musician. But the wolf came closer and said to him, "Hey, dear musician, why are you fiddling so beautifully? I want to learn that too." "That's easy to learn," replied the musician. "You just have to do everything I tell you." "Oh musician," said the wolf, "I will obey you like a student obeys his master." The musician told him to come along, and when they had walked a little way together, they came to an old oak tree that was hollow inside and split in the middle. "Look here," said the musician, "if you want to learn to fiddle, put your front paws in this crack." The wolf obeyed, but the musician quickly picked up a stone and wedged his paws so tightly that he was stuck like a prisoner. "Wait there until I come back," said the musician and went his way. After a while, he spoke to himself again. "I'm getting bored here in the forest. I'll call another companion," took his fiddle and fiddled again into the forest. Before long, a fox came slinking through the trees. "Oh, a fox is coming," said the musician. "I don't want anything to do with him." The fox came up to him and said, "Hey, dear musician, why are you fiddling so beautifully? I want to learn that too." "That is easy to learn," said the musician. "You just have to do everything I tell you." "Oh musician," replied the fox, "I will obey you like a student obeys his master." "Follow me," said the musician. And when they had walked a little way, they came to a footpath with tall bushes on either side. There the musician stopped, bent a hazel bush from one side to the ground, and stepped on the tip, then bent another bush from the other side, and said, "Come on, little fox, if you want to learn something. Give me your left front paw." The fox obeyed, and the musician tied his paw to the left trunk. "Little fox," he said, "now give me your right one." He tied it to the right trunk, and when he had checked to see if the knots of the ropes were tight enough, he let go, and the bushes shot up, sending the little fox flying through the air. "Wait there until I come back," said the musician and went his way. Once again, he said to himself, "I'm getting bored here in the forest. I'll call another companion," took his fiddle and the sound echoed through the forest. Then a hare came hopping along. "Oh, a hare is coming," said the musician. "I didn't want him." "Hey, dear musician," said the hare, "why are you fiddling so beautifully? I want to learn that too." "That's easy to learn," said the musician. "You just have to do everything I tell you." "Oh musician," replied the little hare, "I will obey you like a student obeys his master." They walked a little way together until they came to a clearing in the forest where an aspen tree stood. The musician tied a long piece of string around the hare's neck, the other end of which he tied to the tree. "Quickly, hare, now jump around the tree 20 times, shouted the musician, and the hare obeyed. And when it had run around 20 times, the string had wrapped itself 20 times around the trunk, and the hare was caught. And no matter how much it pulled and tugged, it only cut the string into its soft neck. "Wait there until I come back," said the musician and went on. Meanwhile, the wolf had been pushing, pulling, biting at the stone, and had worked so long that he had freed his paws and pulled them out of the crack. Full of anger and rage, he ran after the musician and wanted to tear him to pieces. When the fox saw him running, he began to whine and cried out at the top of his lungs, "Brother Wolf, come to my help. The musician has tricked me." The wolf pulled down the bushes, bit the cord in two and freed the fox, who went with him and wanted to take revenge on the musician. They found the bound hare, which they also freed, and then they all searched for their enemy together. The musician, however, had once again made his fiddle sound, and this time he had been luckier. The sounds reached the ears of a poor woodcutter, who soon, whether he wanted to or not, left his work and came with his axe under his arm to listen to the music. "Finally, the right companion is coming," said the musician, "because I was looking for a human and not for wild animals. And he began to play so beautifully and sweetly that the poor man stood there as if spellbound, and his heart filled with joy. And as he stood there, the wolf, the fox, and the little hare came up, and he could clearly see that they were up to no good. So he raised his shining axe and stood in front of the musician, as if to say, "Whoever wants to harm him, beware, you have to deal with me." The animals were frightened and ran back into the forest. But the musician played one more tune for the man as thanks and then went on his way. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos.